round Wednesday.
Round
Wednesday. After round Monday, Tuesday, round Wednesday. We can do some more painting.
Yeah.
And tomorrow and Friday.
And Friday.
And Fred's going to even do some painting today, but not the same kind.
Okay. I'm going to paint an image in your mind.
Yeah, it's a roof.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to paint a roof.
Yeah.
I'm going to paint a roof.
Yeah, I'm going to paint a model. He's going to paint a roof. It's going to be a day of painting. I much prefer what I'm painting, and I will not help Fred paint what he's painting.
Yeah, well,
I feel sorry for him for doing it.
It's exhausting. The idea of painting a roof with rubber you have no idea how.
And it's
thick.
hot.
It's hot. Yeah.
Hot weather up on a roof.
Okay.
Rubber.
Can you unplug me because I can hear sound coming through.
You can hear sound coming through.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're mostly organised. You know, I'm going to put up a poll and ask some questions before David introduces us and fires us off into the blue.
Did I go far?
Did I go far? Did I go too far? I think it was more like, well, did I go too far? That's what I had put in there, but that's not really the issue, you know.
Oh, too far? Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Paste it,
and that
is David's YouTube channel.
Rock and roll. Yep, we're getting that. Yep. I've got stuff going up again.
Yep.
Today I tried it.
Okay.
I am trying to get stuff every day. And everyone, welcome to How to RPG. This is our Wednesday paint-a-thon of the Manticore, and hope everyone's doing well. I'm David Bailey. I'm the guest painter here today for the next today, tomorrow, and Friday. And let's get ready to paint and talk about silly stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's going to be a lot of that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll move position in a second, so the sound won't be quite as bad because I'm like a mile away from the microphone. Yeah, it's not like the microphone's in front of me. So I think I've got everything lined up. We're all good. We can see the chat. All right, dude. Okay. You do your thing.
I'll do my thing.
And I'll do my thing.
Yep.
Which is sit here and
you're just gonna sit there.
Just dribble, basically.
Yeah,
dribble. Yeah, what dribble do we have for today? So I've put up a poll. For those of you who haven't realised, when I'm extremely angry, I become much more naughty than I was before. And yeah.
Oh, do you reckon I should do some dry brushing today?
Oh, you do whatever you want to do, man. You don't have to do dry brushing.
Was there a request? There was asking about dry brushing. Let's see. Let's do some dry brushing.
You don't have to. Do you really want to? You don't like dry brushing, though.
That's fine. Let's do a little bit of dry brushing for the folks.
Hang on. I've put up in the thumbnail wet on wet with Deadpool, and
now I'm going to do dry.
And now you're going to do dry brushing. You're going to do dry brushing.
Yeah.
You scummy. You scummy.
Yeah.
You're doing that deliberately because you know you plan this.
No, actually, I just come up with the stuff off the cuff.
Hello, Dan. How are you? Dan is a patron and also a moderator. Good evening. It's actually good morning for us, but evening for you. Gone too far with it? With what, Fred? Well, the thumbnail. I was wondering if people would get the joke. So the joke with the thumbnail is it's basically a picture of Deadpool dressed up as Bob Ross painting a landscape or a picture of some foresty area and like a cabin. Now, if you're not aware, he actually did a campaign promo teaser for his movie Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds, and it has him sort of pretending to be Bob Ross, but it's Deadpool. Do you know what I mean? He's got the afro and everything, and so I took that image and I stuck that with the. I couldn't stop laughing when I was looking at it, and I was wondering if are people going to get the reference. When I put the lion's head in there with the mane and the afro, I was like, it works too well. I have to leave that there. And then when I put the little miniature in the painting of the Manticore, I was like, will people notice the little tiny Manticore on the picture that I've dropped down there?
I'm brushing his bum.
You are, you are doing his bum.
I'm bum brushing.
So this is this is an attempt by us to try to make this the Deadpool Manticore miniature painting live stream.
And as you can see, I'm doing wet on wet right now.
I'm going to explain the wet on wet comment, okay? I will explain the wet on wet comment, and also I will explain the thumbnail saying wet on wet. How's it going, Wingwalker 007? 007 is back again. Make sure you lock away your wives and your girlfriends, because you never know. And 007 has a tendency to sort of, he's a womanizer. Let's get real. Yeah, he's a womanizer. Anyway, so wet on wet is referred to. It's something that apparently Bob Ross would actually mention when he was doing his videos, and so this is why Ryan Reynolds picked up on this for Deadpool. And he makes lots of references to wet on wet and whacking off and so forth, his brush on the paint stand and stuff like that. And I was like, have I gone too far? Have I got too crude about it? Because there's so many different innuendos. And then, much to my surprise, do you remember how I was talking about this yesterday?
Yeah.
I thought it was just him being crude and rude, but wet on wet is actually a painting style.
Yep.
It's usually done with watercolors. You don't usually do it with oil paints.
No.
So it's probably where they got the idea from. Is it's a painting style, wet on wet. I get it. I didn't see the thumbnail. That's right. I mean, the thumbnail is the thumbnail. I suppose if I was smart, the future is going to be, YouTube is actually going to eliminate all thumbnails, and the only thing you will see is the very first scene of the video playing. So,
wow!
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, they're gonna get rid of thumbnails. So everybody who's been spending all that time making thumbnails is going to find themselves like, oh, that was pointless. I was probably better off to just make sure my first scene represented what my thumbnail needed to represent, and then people would be interested. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting time. Noroak, what do you got here? Hello, Noroak is also a patron. Greetings. Okay, so there has been a lot of other things that have occurred. Apparently there's a leak going around saying that there is going to be an artificial intelligence GM or Game Master being developed for D&D Beyond. It's leaked information. It's not confirmed. And apparently the top price is going to be $30 a month or something like that. Who would have guessed something like that might be in development? I tell ya, nobody could have possibly ever suggested that Wizards of the Coast's real reason for a three-dimensional tabletop was actually to also have it linked up with an artificial intelligence dungeon master, a game master, at the same time. Of course, unless they were named Fred. I said it in live streams. I said it in a video with Christeus. Apparently, I even got an email from Chris yesterday saying, Fred, you called it. And I was like, yeah, but I'm not happy about the fact that I called it. The real problem is the terror. I don't want to tell people all the horrible things that could potentially happen as a result of a follow-up from this. Do you know what I mean? This is the worst case scenario of a nightmare in the RPG industry. So when things get bad, the best thing to do is just laugh.
Yep.
Or poke fun at it. Yep. Since that's what we're here for, that's what we're going to do. So, Dan, AI, I heard it here first, folks. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Baron over at Dungeon Masterpiece did suggest a very sort of rudimentary artificial intelligence dungeon master or game master, but I don't think it's going to be rudimentary. I'm afraid. So you're not going to get people to go to that. That's just not going to work. So here's what I've decided I would do. I'm actually going to be having a Dungeon Master Roundtable, not this coming Friday, but the following Friday. So I'm not going to be able to do like what I'd hoped to do. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to play Dungeons and Donuts. I'm going to play Dungeons and Donuts with Cleverbot. And we'll see how that goes down, and I'll live stream that. I don't really have to prepare anything. Maybe a few questions.
I agree.
Yeah. So, Noro.
No farting.
Okay, I'll try not to fart. Yeah.
The movie was awesome.
It was.
It was really freaking awesome.
Now, we'll talk. We're not going to give you spoilers. No spoilers.
It was awesome. I personally think it was better than the first one, but there's not much else I can say about it.
Yeah, no, I think it's better.
Go see it.
I think it's better than the first one. Yeah. Do you know, when I was watching that movie, it was really hard. I was tearing up.
Yeah, it's emotional.
I was getting so attached to all of the characters in the movie, and I was like, now I'm like, I have to see what happens going forward. And I was only halfway through the movie, and I'm like, whatever happens, I have to see more of this. So yeah, it's spectacular visually, but actually that's certainly part of it, but it's not the only aspect.
The emotional content.
Oh
is
my
very
god!
high.
Oh my blimey! Yeah. I'm not surprised it's making so much money.
Yeah, neither. It's really good. It's super good. Go see it, everybody.
Yeah, go see it.
And enjoy it.
Go enjoy it. I can't. Honestly, I find it hard to imagine any movie being able to sort of top what that one has done this year.
Yeah, more of them to come somehow.
I just really, I'm just, Anyway, so Norok, what do you got here? We need the AI to run Terminator games so it can develop its Skynet consciousness. Yes.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, so Skynet is finally some dipshit has developed a AI that didn't start off as a military didn't start off as a military asset for running nuclear weapons and trying to blow up the world. No. It started off with Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro on D&D Beyond, and they made an artificial intelligence dungeon master.
Yeah.
Do you remember what I was saying about the what potentially could happen? Is the problem is with AI, if you make it smart enough and it can do enough, it's only a matter of time before artificial intelligence says something really strange, because it's programmed. You remember they feed information from people into it to help it learn, and of course when you do that, people like to type in some very crude, rude, violent, and awful things into there. Obviously, what is the meaning of life, and various other very naughty things. So the problem is that your artificial intelligence is probably
how to take over the world.
It's probably got the mentality of somebody who's being a troll on the internet.
Yeah.
And the mentality of a teenager.
Yeah.
And all the silly things that they will get up to on the internet. Because if I think back to all the silly things that I would have typed into a computer if I could do that, I can assure you I would have been laughing my head off, probably with my mates, as we tried to say more and more imaginatively horrible and repulsive things. So you can look forward to this. That means the future of artificial intelligence, dungeon masters, game masters, is going to be very entertaining.
Yeah.
Because it's only a matter of time before we wind up with the artificial intelligence telling them to kill somebody, telling them that they're going to take over the world.
It is a board game, so they technically should kill something.
They should
monsters at least.
Yeah. But I mean, the idea is you'd think they'd put some restrictions in it. The problem is when they try to create artificial intelligence that isn't got any filter.
Yeah.
A bit like it would probably be a bit like playing a game with Deadpool as the dungeon master or game master.
Yeah.
Frankly, no filter whatsoever. Who knows what will come out of its mouth? It'll probably tell you to do all sorts of very, very awful things that revolve around touching yourself. It is probably going to offend the parents for sure. What are you after?
That book.
Oh, the book. Oh, I need to get the book out and the page. I've got the page sorted out for you, dude. It's all there. You can place that.
Put it on my lap.
You can place that on your lap. If that's going to work, if that's not going to work, then it's not.
Actually,
Yeah, I'll just hold that there if you like. Okay.
Okie dokie.
What do you got here, 007? I hate the first one. With white Smurfs, with giant Smurfs.
Oh,
Can't imagine seeing any of the new ones. Well, it's not going to be for everybody, but I thought it was fabulous. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was great. It tries to do so many different things. There's a lot in that movie. Anyway, I really like the colour choice so far. The Manticore is looking great.
Okay, time to change colour.
Yeah, don't.
I'm joking.
All right.
I'm joking.
Okay, don't do that to me.
I'm sorry, but the rainbow thing does come into mind constantly.
Right, so David has actually got a picture that he's kind of basically working from to a certain degree. So, it will be interesting to see how it all comes out.
Yeah.
I need some water. It's going to be a hot day.
It is going to be a hot day. You're going to be on the roof.
Well, I'm not going on the roof today. I'm going to go...
Oh, you're not going today?
Remember, I'm going to go to Vagabonds and see if I can find what I'm looking for.
Toys for me?
No.
Oh, dang.
You're going overseas, man. You don't need any more toys. You just have to sell them again.
Oh, that's true.
Well, don't be silly. That would be just ridiculous.
Does anyone want to buy some toys? adult toys?
Adult toys, yeah.
Yeah.
Not that kind of adult toy, people.
No.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Just because Deadpool's in the mix.
Yeah. So, I was also looking at some of the... I mean, the idea that Deadpool might be a love story is utterly ridiculous.
And true.
But it's also utterly ridiculous. What are you doing with those eyes, dude? Are they going to be yellow?
Yeah.
You're going to have to make it yellow eyes.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to put like a gazillion layers of paint on there.
No, just a couple. It's fluorescent, so it'll brighten them up.
Oh, okay.
Just to make them stand out. His eyes are pretty yellow on there.
Okay, all right.
They're quite scary. The idea of a human with a head with a shark's mouth.
Yeah.
with a man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's very creative. I'll give it that. Yeah, it's very creative.
Dan's just got here. What do you do? This is the question to the robot. That'll be Cleverbot. What do you do? I walk up to the hobgoblin captain and kiss him. Roll initiative. Do you know one of the things that I thought was really entertaining? Is that I watched a video of Cleverbot talking to another Cleverbot. And you know the end result is there a lot of confusion at the very beginning as they try to figure out like who's who, talking over the top of each other. Like all of the worst possible social behaviors you could possibly imagine were exhibited by these two AIs. then after that, they managed to start asking each other questions. The meaning of life suddenly popped up, and you're like, what has that got to do with that? And something else, and then eventually it's abundantly clear that the two AIs did not get along with each other, and they ended the conversation because they both had like a tizzy fit. Can you imagine what it's going to be like when you got them interacting with a human being? I'm really looking forward to the prospect of this. This is going to be some of the most entertaining stuff under the sun.
What do you do? Superman. I walk up to a hobgoblin captain and kiss him. Roll for initiative. Yeah.
Or what would be worse is he kisses you back.
Yeah. What's going to happen with this thing?
Yeah. Okay, what is it? What happened? What do you do after that? I like. Okay, we're now entering a different problem. Yeah. AI-driven cars. Well, how many AI-driven cars have driven into intersections and crashed into things? Yeah. Like it's not like the technology when it was put out, and even now, it's not like you can just rely that it will always work perfectly every single time. So yeah. Let the driver be an AI. Absolutely. Let them drive the game. Nothing could possibly go wrong. I can just imagine the lawsuits that are going to be coming. Yeah. I went and played Dungeons. I let my child go and play Dungeons and Dragons with an AI.
And he came back with a plan to take over the world. He knows about pornography now. Yeah. He's seen all of the Deadpool movies.
Yeah. So for those of you who hadn't figured out, I managed to find a few images of Deadpool, and I actually made two memes out of the image that I found. When I found the picture of Deadpool looking at Iron Man's suits of armor, I was like, oh, what could I do with that? The one you got is the second one I made. The first one I made was so many choices and never enough time, or not enough time, or something like that. And I was like, it's just not far enough. You know, that's very tame, and that's not really
Deadpool.
That's not Deadpool. Deadpool goes like full throttle.
Yeah.
You know, he goes for the avocado hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so you've got to unwind it a bit. But how much trouble will that get me in?
Who cares?
Right now, no, not really.
You.
Not right now.
Yeah.
No, apparently not.
Yeah.
And that's by accident. Just waits till they choose to crash. Yeah. Like, Yeah,
choose. They choose to crash. That's the thing. Yeah.
Did you read about the LAMDA AI? I don't know what that is. That explained why it was sentient. I don't know what that is, dude. I've got a Discord group, but I've actually started a thread for people to post different AI dungeon masters or game masters or dungeon creators or whatever on. It's a good place to stick that stuff. Nobody's put anything up yet, but yeah, I thought I'd go with Cleverbot. Apparently, I wouldn't say that my first discussion with Cleverbot was the best. If anything, it became abundantly clear that Cleverbot wanted to determine whether I was a robot or a computer. And I said, well, I'm not a computer or a robot. I'm actually a person. And then, of course, the idea is Cleverbot will ask probing questions. And some of them are fairly... You're not recommended to give away personal information to Cleverbot, because who knows where Cleverbot will put that information, right? So, probably use an alias.
The other problem with AI is it's connected to the frickin' internet.
Yeah, so
that's a problem.
Yeah, and so anything that's connected to the internet is probably being scoured by PRISM, which is the United States or North American government's artificial information collecting software that they have, which is very efficient.
Very creepy?
Very creepy.
Yeah.
But they're not the only one who have this sort of stuff.
Of course they're not.
There's a whole lot of other people who've got it as well.
Yes.
Google it. Very interesting read. Okay. If I have a time, I will. I don't know that I'll necessarily have time. But yeah, posting it in my Discord would be the answer. If I haven't got my Discord up, I probably should put the Discord up for those of you who haven't got access to it. You let me know if you don't, 007, if you're interested. I'll put a link in there if I can. So I thought, not this coming Friday, but the following Friday, I would try to play a role-playing game with Cleverbot and see how it goes. It might not go that well,
It could go really well.
It could go really well, or the conversation might just end. Like Cleverbot
You guys might have an argument.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't feel like I was on the edge of having an argument, but I did feel like Cleverbot. You got this nasty impression that you couldn't trust Cleverbot, even by the few things that I discussed with it. It's like, why are you asking me that question?
Yeah.
So yes,
Because it's working for someone.
it's working for someone.
Who knows what?
Who knows? Is Cleverbot actually working for
Some sick
Hasbro?
Yeah.
Oh no! Or is it Microsoft? I don't know. I mean, it could be working for multiple companies for all I know.
Yeah.
Who knows? Is it just Google or is it somebody else?
Yeah.
So anyway,
I still want more toys.
you want more. I know you want more toys, but I'm not going to go buy more. You're going overseas, man. You can't carry them. So I went and I watched Deadpool last night after Avatar.
Did you?
Yeah. After I watched the Avatar movie, I got home and I was like, I'll just watch a little bit just to help me get myself to sleep. I was under the impression that I'd just be able to drop into bed and fall asleep, but I just didn't want to do that. So I ate 2 oranges. Took me a long.
Oh yeah, that's going to help you go to sleep.
Well,
Bit
actually,
of fructose sugar. Yep.
well, actually, it does help me relax. Peeling the orange, I peel it very slowly.
Look, let me tell you, there's a thing called melatonin.
Yeah.
Get on it.
So I peel my orange slowly. It's therapeutic.
Okay.
I try to enjoy the process
Do you
as much.
sing while you're doing it?
No, I don't.
You should try that too.
I actually use a knife because it makes it more difficult. And the other benefit of peeling an orange with a knife is you don't wind up with all of the skin under your fingernails that you have to try to clean out later on.
Oh yeah.
And if you don't have any fingernails because you trimmed them like I have just recently, there's no fingernails to use.
Oh no, I don't like peeling citrus fruits when I've got my nails trimmed.
Yeah, no,
Because it stings.
it does. It stings. All that, it's like,
It gets under there, eh?
it's like a paper cut, but it's different
Yeah.
because it's fruit acid basically under the fingernails.
Yeah, under the fingernails. It's just not good. It's not good.
Fun conspiracy theories. This is what my channel is all about now. Conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
How
is it not? How has it not always been about that?
Well, I don't know. The problem is, what happens if my conspiracy theories actually turn out to be true?
Then your channel will disappear.
That's very true. So David makes a very good point. If the worst case scenario, we could just watch an awful lot of YouTube channels and RPG channels
Vanish.
just disappear overnight. Cease and desist letters coming here, there, and everywhere. And
It all started with a board game.
Yeah.
And the world is now in danger.
Yeah, friendly letters from Hasbro's that you never know about. Is why did suddenly we go from 400 plus YouTube channels to 2?
Yeah.
The only ones left.
Within the space of 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah, the only ones left are Dungeons and Donuts and
Hasbro
and D&D Beyond.
Hey, have you guys seen the new Optimus Prime robot? It's like you can talk to it. You can ask him to transform and roll out, and you can ask him to fight, and he actually does fighting and stuff, and he shoots and he moves.
Keep painting and you can keep telling us about it.
Yeah, it's really cool. Anyway, I saw it the other day, and it's
It's made by Hasbro.
Oh, is it?
It is. It's made by Hasbro, dude. Oh,
sorry guys, I'm gonna get it. Well, once I'm overseas.
Yeah.
You can put it. You can get the app for your phone even and control it with your phone.
Brum.
Oh, maybe Optimus Prime was the test bot.
Maybe
for the AI for the Game Master bot. Yeah. What do you think?
Keep painting, dude. Could be. I don't know. It's possible. I suppose it's possible. So I was watching Deadpool last night. As I was, we're gonna get.
You were having an orange.
We're gonna While I was having an orange.
Yeah, 2 oranges.
2 oranges. Yep. Took me about an hour and a half to peel those 2 oranges. Well, because I peel off all of the pith as well.
Something about the length of the movie that you saw before made you slower.
Maybe. I try to get all the pith. I try not to be too pithy if I can. As a result, okay, don't look at me like that. Okay, so I try to reduce the amount of pith, and then.
Can you stop saying that?
It's not like I'm trying to be crude, man.
I know, but just something about it.
Okay, all right.
You got rid of the stuff,
I've got rid of the white stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, once I go. Stop.
Really?
I didn't do it. It's not my fault. And so I'm choking now.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
I don't know if you should be watching Deadpool. It sounds like a bad influence on you. It really does.
Good fibre. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm trying. Apparently, oranges are the only thing I can really eat in terms of a fruit where it has minimal impact on my body.
Oh, wow.
I do have bananas, but oranges I think are the least problematic, as far as I can tell.
So bananas are problematic as well?
Well, there is a theory that bananas make you fat because they have, it's not the potassium, but the sugar content in the banana. But it's a different type of sugar, people. It's a different type of sugar. So yeah, I was kind of interested by that concept. Especially
when a lot of I'm studying nutrition at the moment, and bananas are the best apparently to have of all of the fruits if you want to lose weight and build muscle.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Don't know about that. Yeah.
And I love bananas too.
Well, so do you.
I eat them all day.
So do minions. There's a reason.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It
brings out the yellow in their skin.
Do you know what I was thinking about? You know the minions from Despicable Me?
Yep.
And the Minion movie?
I haven't seen the Minion movie.
You haven't seen the It's a really good movie. It really is.
I love the Minions, yeah.
And Despicable Me 1, 2 and 3.
Yep.
I mean, whether you love the first one, I think the first one's my favourite, but they're all reasonably good movies, right?
Mm.
And just a couple of days ago, I was thinking about the Minions. And what do the Minions remind me of? And the first thing that they remind me of is they remind me of a pill. They look like a pill, don't they, with eyes and a mouth?
Yeah.
They look like a yellow pill. It's like somebody's taken the concept of the Matrix and, will you take the red pill or the blue pill?
No, yellow pill.
Oh, the yellow pill.
Yeah. And lots of them.
Yeah. And then stuck arms and legs on them, and they're indestructible. Even though they act like they're not indestructible, they're literally cartoon characters that are indestructible. Okay. So I was like, how did somebody manage to pull off? I mean, are they supposed to look like pills, or is that the shape of a life preserver? You know, like those flotation devices that they might...
Or a Twinkie.
Or a Twinkie.
Yeah.
I suppose they kind of look like a Twinkie.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I was looking at it, I was like, it's a yellow pill with legs and arms and a mouth and like, how did that wind up being a child's character?
Oh, dude, of course. The pharmaceutical agency has, back to conspiracy theories, there's a huge take in the market. And so, yeah, got involved in the movie industry and let's sell pills to kids.
So, yeah. So, I don't know if that's a legitimate sort of thought.
No, nothing I say is legitimate.
Nothing we're saying today is to be taken too seriously, people.
And it's all fake, and yeah, it's just for laughs. It's just for laughs.
Yeah, either that or choking.
Or choking.
Yeah. But yes, I was thinking about that, and I was like, maybe that's what was going on there. But of course, again, no proof. Just a selection of clues. I know what you're thinking. These clues are from what, Fred? From what?
From what? Good imagination, I'd say.
A good imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a wild one, either of the two.
A wild one.
Yeah.
Or a silly one.
Yeah, yeah.
Or delusional.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I
don't know. Some of the stuff you sort of say when it starts to come true.
Oh, that's.
And it's sounds delusional anyway.
It does sound
then
delusional.
You wonder about the world for a while there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, my voice is kind of disappearing, so I've got a lozenge in my mouth. So if I sound weird, it's because there's a lozenge in my mouth. Okay. What? I just said there's a lozenge in my mouth. Stop
Fred,
it. What?
You just can't. You got to be careful. You know.
I just said there was a lozenge in my mouth.
I know, but that's just can be construed so many ways.
Well, I suppose that's true. We're on the internet.
Yeah.
I could say pumpkin. No,
that's just wrong.
That is so wrong. I mean, do you know what the code word for pumpkin is, people? No. It's code for a swear word.
Really?
Yeah. You know why? I know.
Okay.
You know. You know why I know this? Do you know why I know that pumpkin is code for a swear word?
Because you invented the swear word.
No.
Oh.
No, because I used to work with a client who used to swear in fruits and vegetables.
Interesting. Okay, continue.
Primarily because his parents would not be very pleased when he did actually full-blown swear. He could get into a lot of trouble. So, as a result of this, he would swear in fruits and vegetables, and he called me a pumpkin so many times. As a result of being called a pumpkin for so many times over so many years,
you had to ask him what it actually meant.
I did.
A pumpkin.
Yeah, but it's scarred me permanently for life now.
Oh,
yeah. So don't say the word pumpkin, people. Oh, hang on, I did it again. The minions look like lozenges with eyes. Do they? Are lozenges actually that shape? My lozenge.
Some of them might be. Yours are round.
Mine are round. I've got round lozenges. Do you have like long pill-shaped yellow lozenges in North America?
They may do.
Maybe they do. I don't think we've got any here.
They definitely have Twinkies though.
Twinkies. Well, I mean, would you count them as looking like a Twinkie? They're not cream puffs inside, are they? They're not.
No, but you don't get to see the inside of them, do you?
No, you don't. and who would want to, really?
Well, it's just cream puff.
That's right. Yeah. That's only a theory.
That's a theory.
It's a theory.
It's a conspiracy theory.
So I was going back to pumpkins, and then I was like, okay, well, what else? Pumpkins. It's a vegetable. Okay? Mm-hmm. But it's a vegetable, it's a complex carbohydrate. So it would actually help you put on weight.
Oh, bugger.
So now the pumpkin is actually bad for you. You know?
Is that where the banana comes from? The bad banana.
The bad banana. Yeah, like, you know, it's the same. Maybe it's the same sort of thing as the bad banana.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't eat pumpkin.
Or bad bananas.
But not only that, you know, pumpkin hasn't even decided what colour it wants to be. It hasn't decided whether it's going to be yellow or red. Instead, it's gone with orange.
Oh, I got confused.
It's in between. Hi, Dan. How's it going? My YouTube feed was full of OGL. Yeah. So Ogle has been Ogle and Donuts, the Donuts drummer today. Look, it's going to keep going on for a while. I had to go wild with the not interested button with getting like 7 donuts recipe books for Christmas. I'm sticking to 5e. Fair enough. No. You'll find that the discussion around Dungeons and Donuts will come back now because there are a lot of people who are outraged, but they won't change what they're doing because that's how they make their money. And there are a lot of people who will change what they were doing, but there's a lot of I've seen a lot of channels explode with Ogles. You know that the Ogle thing seems to be highly popular. Now back to the important topics because although I know it's popular to talk about Ogle, let's talk about pumpkins.
Okay.
So back to pumpkins.
The one that can't decide its colour.
That's right.
Yep.
The other thing with a pumpkin is, unlike other vegetables, it has big seeds. And you can actually eat those seeds.
Oh, of course, you can.
That's right.
Breakfast cereal.
So every seed that you eat is growing inside you for the rest of your life.
Really?
It's like taking over you. It's like Big Brother. Like every pumpkin now can connect to you in some way.
That's...
No? Too much?
I just feel like you stealing this idea from last night.
Did I steal it from last night?
Yep.
Trying to think.
You know what I'm talking about.
Do I know what maybe.
It'll click.
Okay.
Okay, continue anyway.
All right, so pumpkin seeds.
Pumpkin seeds growing inside you, and
Yes.
you become part of the pumpkins.
Yeah, yep, that's right. You become part of the pumpkin. Then the other thing with pumpkin seeds is pumpkin seeds make more pumpkins. And there's something wrong with that. Because as we all know, vegetables and fruit should not be able to reproduce themselves. Because they should be all artificially or genetically modified. So there's something wrong with pumpkins. So yeah, be careful of pumpkins, people. And yeah, don't want those.
Okay, so we're heeding the warning there. Yep.
Auric, hello Auric, the dwarf. How are you doing? So we can't talk about worms of the coast. Do you really? If you want to talk about worms of the coast? I'm happy to do that. Let's do that. If you want to talk about that stuff, you can. I won't be putting it in the title or into the thumbnails because it's too much of a risk. I think we've got a lot more coming. So I'm staying out of their fish pond, or should I say their ocean, or should I say their oceans, or should I say their neural network? I don't know.
Man,
what?
That's again from last night, Fred.
Okay, so there's a lot of there's a lot of analogies going on here.
Yeah.
Oh, are you painting yourself, dude, or are you just painting this miniature? Because I feel like you're painting yourself.
A bit of both. I like a bit of colour on my thumb.
I was thinking, do you not like the colour that you are? Osric. Yeah, it probably sounds different because one, I'm a Kiwi. I'm also Fred.
Does Osric mean Australian Rick?
Oh, don't know.
Osric. You know how we refer to Australia as Oz. Aussies.
Yeah, Aussies. Yeah, Osric. Maybe that's what's going on there. No, I don't know. Okay, we'll see how we go. I've also got a lozenge in my mouth.
Fred!
What?
Stop talking about the lozenge in your mouth.
Well,
you're obsessed.
It affects the way that I sound. It does. It affects how I sound. So I can't control everything exactly. Hello, Dungeons and Chronics. How are you? So, yeah, we haven't been talking about Ogle or Dungeons and Donuts at all. We've been talking about Deadpool. Now, back to the movie Deadpool. Oh, I keep getting distracted.
That was ages ago too.
Man, I was trying to talk about...
We ended up with Minions after that.
Yeah, it's like the train of thought is going in a million miles.
So last night you were peeling 2 oranges and watching Deadpool, and what happened?
Yeah, okay. Dave's thumb looks exactly like mine when I paint. Lots of strips, different colours.
Yeah.
Okay, so Deadpool last night, peeled my arm 2 oranges, had him, and I was watching the movie and I was like, this should be quite funny. And I was watching it, I'm like, it's actually not as funny as I thought it would be. And I was like, what's wrong with me? Is there something wrong with me? Do I not see the funny side of things? And then I was like, well, maybe it's maybe it's because I've seen it before. And I was like, okay, that might be right. Then I continued to watch and I'm like, hang on, there's something up here. And then I started to realize the problem with watching a movie multiple times.
Does you get bored of it?
Well, you do. The jokes don't work. The joke only works like once or twice, maybe 3 times. If you can get the joke to work multiple times, for example, screaming goats.
Oh yeah,
screaming goats like that had me every single time.
I have to say though, a lot of those, I don't know why, but a lot of those Marvel movies, I just haven't really rewatched them. I watched them once, and I'm like, okay, I've seen that.
Yeah, I can understand that. I get that.
I do like Ant-Man though.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that new Ant-Man movie.
Yeah, I do like Ant-Man. Yeah. I have, out of all the Marvel movies that I've rewatched the most, it would be Ant-Man probably.
How are you feeling about the new Dungeons and Donuts movie?
Yeah, I want to see it. I don't care. I know Hasbro's part of making it and stuff. I'm sorry, but I don't think that everyone who made that movie should suffer because of some executive decisions.
Well, I mean,
that movie looks like it'll be fun.
Well, I think most of the money is going to go to Paramount rather than to anybody else.
Well, then that's fine, then. So everyone should, I think, still see it. I mean, I just seeing that trailer last night for it.
Ah, right.
That was the new extended trailer for it.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Well, I was looking at it. I was thinking about the jokes, and like the jokes never really came off the first time round. And I'm like, I'm hoping that the best stuff is not in there. I'm hoping that we get better stuff. Otherwise, I'm going to struggle. But it's got the right flavour.
It has the right flavour. It
for me.
I think if you compare it to the last Dungeons & Dragons movie, it's significantly better.
Right. Yeah.
Not that that's hard to pull off, but still, it's better, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, let's get real. Yeah. All right. Hello, Jasper. How you doing, Jasper? And Jasper Pearl, how's it going? So back to Deadpool. So I got partway through this thing, and I'm like, there's so much here that is just gruesome and gory, and I'm like, really, is this doing it for me? And I'm like, am I really getting my jollies of watching somebody hurt themselves, break their foot, their arm, their hand, chop their hand off? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Is it? Have I outgrown Deadpool? And this is the question now. Have we all outgrown it? And then of course he manages to do something like, let's bring back Hugh Jackman.
Yes. I don't know how he did that, but yes, I suppose the friendship helps, but
yeah. Well, I mean, they've been pretending to be at each other's throat for years.
I feel like they're best friends.
I think they are extremely close.
Yeah.
Probably way too close.
It's because why else? How else would he be able to pull off taking that much crap out of him? Hugh Jackman, if they weren't really good mates.
I feel like it's one of those bromances that that has gone to the point of being just
and it spans the ocean too, because I mean Hugh Jackman, I'm pretty sure lives in Australia. Most of when he's not working on films.
Oh, is he living in Australia now?
I thought he always lived in Australia.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I know, but James Cameron lives in New Zealand, doesn't he? I know, but he's got a place here.
But he's American, living in New Zealand.
Yeah,
Hugh Jackman's actually Australian, living in Australia.
Which would make very
sense.
Confusing. I mean, the fact that
the fact that an Australian lives in Australia.
That's right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, the question has to be asked. Does Ryan Reynolds, who's a Canadian, live in Canada?
No.
He lives somewhere else.
He lives somewhere else, but he visits there very regularly, though.
Right.
Very, very regularly.
Right. Okay.
He is patriotic with his country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
Yep. So for those of you who are into the cultural thing, I can assure you there's There's plenty of tongue action in James Cameron's new movie too, by the way.
Oh.
So don't say anything, David. I know you want to. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Just let it ride. Let it ride, baby. Okay, let it ride. Yeah. So yeah,
it's different for us.
It's
different for us. Yeah. Most people won't even pick up on it.
No. But if you're
if you're in New Zealand, you'll definitely you'd have to be pretty daft not to pick up on that.
Yeah.
It's like it's standard out like a sore thumb to me.
Well, is it a sore thumb or some sort of thumb?
It was some sort of a thumb.
Yeah, some sort of
a thumb, and I was just thinking, what?
Yeah.
But okay.
So Jasper's got here, I'm doing a all dragon type run in Pokemon. Okay, all right. So all dragon run. So is everybody going to play a dragon? I remember there was somebody who was talking to me about...
My wife is an Australian living in Norway.
Yeah, Dan's in Norway.
Where's Norway?
What do you mean, where's Norway? Go north, Northern Hemisphere.
Northway.
Uh-huh.
Is that right? Is that what?
Northway. I see what you're doing with that. It's Norway. You know where Norway is?
It's next to Sweden.
It's pretty close there. Yeah.
Iceland.
Okay. All right. It's in that general area, dude. Okay.
Is Dan a Viking or not?
Let's just get real. Would you like me to get you? Would you like me to get you a map and we can show you exactly where Norway is?
Where's Norway, guys?
Oh, come on.
By the way, I'm moving to England. And I don't know where Norway is.
You'll virtually be neighbours. You'll virtually be neighbours. Hang on, I'll get a map for you so I can show you where Norway is. You keep talking while I clamber
Sorry,
around.
Dan, I don't know. I'm geographically retarded, it seems. Fred's going to have to educate me on on where just things that everybody knows is.
Now, don't get any funny thoughts when I'm doing this, dude.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get in here and.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, dude. Sorry. Here we go. There we go. All right, pulling up a map for you.
Pulling up a map. Here we go.
All right, so here's the map, and we'll go in here, and then can I move it up, or is this going to be a problem? That's Germany. What? I don't want to click on Germany.
You clicked on Germany though.
I don't mean to click on Germany.
Norway's next to Sweden.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, you're virtually going to be neighbours. Okay, right there. See that?
Wait, that doesn't make any sense because it says that there is Russia, and I know Russia is bigger than that.
No, you're getting confused.
I am getting confused.
Let me go back out so that it's clear. Okay.
No!
Yeah. This
Russia's huge.
That's right,
guys.
That's why it's so close, dude. Okay.
Oh, Russia needs to be shrunken.
Oh man,
it's too big. All that real estate just being wasted.
I'll stop it. Stop it.
All that cheddar.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I have seen a photo of Dan. Yes. Very Viking-like. Yes. Absolutely. So it's a tour.
Viking is there.
Yeah.
And you met her at England. 2-hour flight to England. No way, you're that close.
Well, if you're going to find a Kiwi or a New Zealander anywhere, it's going to be in Australia or England.
Yeah.
I mean, really, Kiwis tend to be one of those two places.
Yeah. Man, I'm going to be close to people. That's cool. Like, I'll have some friends that I've never met, but they'll be friends.
Well, I don't know. It's up to you. Depends. Dan might not like you, dude.
Yeah, most people don't. Most people don't like me, so that's fine.
I mean, 2-hour flight from England.
Yeah. That's like going to Queenstown almost.
Is it? Yeah, that's right. It is. It's not that far away, really.
No.
Our island's not. New Zealand's not that big, but it's long.
Yeah.
It's like somebody grabbed both ends of it and just pulled on it.
Yep.
And it's split in half.
And then came up with the idea that that it would be a good idea to make it really expensive to travel from one end of it to the other one.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's a product of no competition.
No competition at all.
Yeah, if you have a country that's small enough, really, it's just buy it.
Just buy it.
Just buy it.
Yep.
Yeah. And a big corporation, buy. Do whatever you like.
There was that joke about Japan trying to buy New Zealand.
No, that was...
When they lost the ownership papers or something.
No. That was China.
Oh, it was China.
Yeah, it was China.
It's China? And
China.
they lost the ownership papers, though.
Anyway, yeah, good luck. We have a thing called the Treaty of Waitangi here in New Zealand, and it is the funniest thing under the sun watching everybody. I think, are you in the scene, dude? I think you may be too far forward now.
Oh wow, this book must be sliding forwards.
Let me see if I can check the scene.
Yeah.
Because right now we've got a fantastic image of your thumb.
Yeah.
All right. So no, you've moved the book out too far forward. So move it back there. And you position yourself right there. You're pretty much in the middle now. You all good?
Yep.
All right. Okay. All right.
Sorry, people. Yep. Too caught in the conversation. Wasn't paying attention. Anyway, what were we talking about? I can't remember. Treaty of Waitangi.
The Treaty of Waitangi is highly entertaining.
Yeah.
Because the United Nations decided to do a dirty and and said, you have to abide by all agreements made with colonizing nations and the natives of the land. So that Treaty of Waitangi has been around, and in many respects, it's actually protected a lot of us who aren't Maori, which is highly entertaining.
Huh.
When they tried to claim every single coastal beach and coastline is belonging to the government. Dan, we also posted a photo of our group on Discord. We'll love you, Dave, I'm sure. Yeah. Are you still on my Discord, Dave? I don't remember.
I am.
You are.
I am on there, but I don't know how to use Discord.
No, that's fair enough. Well, you just put photos there.
You know that I don't know how to use Discord too. Because every time I do something on there, you're like, this is where to go, and this is what you should be doing.
Oh yeah, blah, blah. Which channel do I put it where? Yeah, and you just get in there and
I get a little bit lost.
And
Fred navigates it for me.
Yeah, I'm not really that hot on it. I know there are some people who are really hot on that, but I mean it's not like my Discord group is got a huge amount of traffic going through it. Frankly,
I need to figure out how to get a job over there.
What do you mean? You haven't figured that out?
No.
Oh, good lord, dude. All right, keep painting that miniature. Painting that miniature.
I reckon we should put a wash on the wings now, eh?
We'll do that then.
Yeah. I just want to change and do something different.
Okay, you wash.
We're doing too much painting of just paint.
So
and it has been wet on wet, by the way. I did a little bit of wet on wet.
There's been plenty of wet on wet action.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out how I deal with tomorrow. And you know how you were talking about...
Tomorrow? What's happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow, aren't you coming back?
Oh, yeah.
So, and I think our discussion came down to talking about the fact that there's a paint technique that you despise. The paint technique that should never be mentioned.
Oh, I remember you talking about a name for that, slap chop. Slap
chop. So I'm like trying to figure out how do I incorporate slap chop.
It's a true gamer's painting method, I think.
Yeah.
It's for gamers, not painters, but gamers.
Yeah, people who don't want to actually paint the miniatures.
Yeah, but they have to paint the miniature because it needs to be painted and they want it to look good. And
or they have to compete, or they have to compete in a competition, and you can't put them on the table because
the rules are you can't playing with grey.
You have to play with painted miniatures.
Yeah.
They have to be painted to a particular standard.
Yeah. And
so
this is this technique for getting that sort of thing to happen in about 10 minutes.
Yeah. And you can't just spray them blue.
No.
Yeah. Or you can't just spray them pink.
No.
No, I mean, probably not going to do that anyway. But I mean, that's really what it is. Slap chop. Is it slap chop? Slap chop.
Using the new contrast paints range, or speed painting, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and I was talking about trying to find images of kung fu. And I thought, well, maybe I could find something that was Deadpool related in kung fu. No, not really.
That's weird.
And then I was looking for martial arts. Didn't really help me either. I found one that was like Bruce Lee. And then we were talking about the Muppet Show, and you were talking about, well, Fred. We are kind of like Muppets.
Yeah.
And then you said, and also if you want, slap chop, and you want, martial arts. Yeah. Hello, Dinomancer. Dinomancer is also a patron, by the way. Hello, how's it going?
Oh, thank you.
The discussion went to the Muppet Show and slap chop.
So we've gone from Deadpool.
Yeah.
To the Muppet Show and slap chop, and we're about to mention
Miss Piggy.
Yes.
Miss Piggy is
Slapchop.
She does Kung Fu's Kermit the Frog all the time, right?
Generally, she uses it in a domestic violence manner on Kermit the Frog. And Kermit... it's amazing that he's alive, really.
And you know what is even more? I mean, it's done in all. I mean, it's all good and fun, right?
Yeah.
But it is amazing that a child's Muppet show incorporated domestic violence. And I remember you mentioning that, and I could not help but laugh. And I was like, "You're right, Dave."
Yeah, it is.
If you could draw any kind of conclusion, it does sort of suggest that there's domestic violence going on there.
Yeah.
You know, or either that is that Kermit the Frog hasn't figured out that the pig likes him, and you got to be careful who he says hi to.
Yes. Even though he's the host of the show, unfortunately.
Yeah, don't flirt with anybody, and make it clear to Miss Piggy that either you don't like her. Oh, hang on, that won't work because you get karate chopped again.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're like, no, I'm fine. It's I won't look at another Muppet again. You know what I mean? How's it going, JP? How you going? Hi, Fred and David. Is that it is a Dungeons and Donuts Nolzur's Marvelous Manticore Miniature.
Yeah.
It is one of those. David is putting, what's the wash name?
Reckland Flesh Shade.
Ah, okay, all right.
Yep.
Reckland Flesh Shade.
Yep. It's actually an old colour, but they've redone it in a bigger pot.
So do you put it on and then move it around so that the wash is thicker in some places than others, or?
No, I just let it accumulate.
Okay.
Around the veins and stuff.
Okay, all right.
And then yeah.
Because I know some people put it on and then they try to move it so that it sits in certain places more than others, and I'm like, that seems very difficult since it's going to run where it wants to run anyway.
Yeah, you can control it a little bit so it doesn't pull up too much in specific places.
Yeah, okay.
That's about it.
How's it going, Andy? How are you? Does David do any basing? David does do a lot of basing. Do you want to talk about some of the basing you've done? You're pretty. You do.
Basing them at the bases.
The bases, you base the miniature.
Oh yeah, I did a base not that long ago actually, like a dioramic base, if that's what you're sort of meaning.
I think they mean just decorating the base section.
Yeah, well, I did. I think I showed that to you actually. It almost stopped my model from fitting in my glass cabinet because I went too far with it. Yeah,
that's right. You got layers of plastic that you stacked on top of each other.
No, it was cork.
Oh, cork.
Corkboard. Yeah, I broke into. So I made it look like a floating galaxy type of rocks, because it was for a character called Magnus the Red, who's a demon Primarch, demon prince. But his main thing is magic and space and stuff. So, I got a bit carried away with the stacking of the cork. Like it's a very big model. He got very tall.
He did get very tall, and
he only just fits in.
I feel like the base was taller than the miniature.
It was pretty tall, bro.
It was pretty tall.
Yeah. And the miniature is big too, so that's saying a lot. So yeah, that's it. Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah. Now, what was it? Do you remember there was a movie made by?
Yes, I remember that movie.
You do?
No.
Feebles. Meet the Feebles.
Oh no! Fred, no.
No, we can't talk about.
Ryan Reynolds would love that movie.
I'm sure he would.
Yeah.
Okay. It is definitely. It's got every aspect of the most. It was hard for me to watch just the first part of it. I couldn't watch the entire thing. As I watched,
it's the weirdest thing.
It is. I mean, it's like Muppets.
It's perverse as.
Yeah. And it's quite sick. It almost feels like it's gone out of its way to be offensive.
Yes.
In the most.
With puppets.
With puppets of all things. How do you?
Very, very perverse and very offensive.
How do you make an R-rated movie with puppets? Oh, hang on.
Peter Jackson, because he knows exactly how to do it.
Peter Jackson does.
Believe it or not just Lord of the Rings, he made perverse puppet movies.
But then again, there is another movie that goes even further that actually got an X rating.
Was he involved in that one?
No. That was Team America.
Oh, yeah.
You remember Team America?
Team America,
yeah.
Yeah, I remember it. Yes, the vomit scenes, yeah.
The vomit scenes were pretty bad.
The sex scenes with puppets.
They actually had to cut them back because they just went too far.
I think I saw the uncut version of that movie as well. So
Did you?
yeah, it's pretty bad.
Okay.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. Okay.
Oh, look, it's like South Park. It's funny once or twice,
Yeah.
but then, like, when South Park first came out, I did watch it. It was funny for a little bit, but then they had to keep on pushing the envelope, and they kept on pushing it, and it just ended up with like gay jokes, really. Just non-stop of it, and I was just no, I can't watch just endlessness of this.
Well, it's like how many times can you kill Kenny?
How many times can you kill Kenny? But just how much gay jokes can you really, like that's all they seem to have in their repertoire.
Yeah.
Just gay jokes and nothing else, and killing Kenny. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Too much.
Just old.
Just old. Yeah.
Yeah. Just old.
Yeah. It's like comedians who swear because they figure they're going to get a laugh out of it.
Yeah, and that's all they do.
That
they've actually got nothing in their repertoire.
Just the F word.
Exactly. Yeah.
Andy, what do you got here?
Pretty cool.
I've only ever painted one miniature, a long time ago, but think I'll give it a go soon. Well, good. I'm glad. Okay.
Yeah.
You have an unpainted bugbear. Well, hopefully your bugbear will wind up painted.
Bugbear?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the bugbear. That's the bugbear you did. Hey,
Bugbear.
So it was a Space Marine that he painted years ago, and he actually painted a Space Marine.
Did you really?
Well, of course he did. If he's in the UK. Games Workshop miniatures are going to be very easy to get. Yes,
and affordable in comparison
to everybody else.
Here.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that actually. The ability to have an affordable-ish type Games Workshop.
Yeah. All right. So how are we doing with this paint paint job?
Oh, why?
It was an orc. Oh, okay. Space Marine, not an orc.
Oh, it was an orc.
No. That's Norok.
It's a Space Marine, not an orc.
Norok's getting involved here.
Oh, Space Marine, not an orc.
Andy said Space Marine.
Oh, okay. Space Marine, not an orc.
Norok is just confusing things.
Warhammer is a blast. It is. And it's all about blasting too.
Hello, Norok. How are you doing?
I like Warhammer. I really like, but for me, I really like the lore. I'm really into the story of the Horus Heresy and that sort of stuff. It's very good. It would, if they could figure out how to make those Space Marine suits, but they're going to have to figure it out because they're going to make a live action of it. Feasible, because every time you see someone dressed up as a Space Marine that looks really clunky and ridiculous, they have to figure out how to make that work. But I'll be interested to see what Henry Cavill does with it.
Yeah, I was got here, Andy. It was free as soon as I walked into the shop. They could paint one for free. Oh, I remember when they were doing that.
I remember when they were doing that. Yeah.
Hello, Oliver. How are you doing? I was asking why a Space Marine, not an orc. Oh, I see. Oh, all right. Well, probably because everybody wanted to have Space Marines because Space Marines are the toughest.
They're technically invincible, almost. Really, it was a bit stupid.
Yeah, and then
they call them overpowered.
It's kind of pointless to play the game if you're going to wind up with one particular unit's type, army going to be the strongest out of everybody else's.
It doesn't.
And so what they did is they made a whole lot of alien updates, and they updated all the codexes and made them stronger than the Space Marines. So everybody bought those, and then eventually they redid the Space Marines and made them stronger than everybody else's. So it was like, now how do we get them to buy that? Because you want to have the strongest army, don't you?
Do you know what I don't get? Okay, what I don't get is, and it's still like this now. Chaos Space Marines are not powerful. They get their butts kicked, and technically they are Space Marines, but enhanced with chaotic craziness. So they should technically be really powerful. But they are like they get their butts kicked handed to them.
Well, I don't
get it.
I don't know what to say. I have no idea.
It's a Games Workshop, and it's an in-house thing, I guess, that I don't know about.
Hello. So Oliver, how am I doing? Well, I'm probably very angry.
He has to paint his roof tomorrow.
Well, before I have to go back to work.
This is very soon.
I'm probably very angry as a result of what's been going on with my hobby, and the greater scheme of things. I've probably got so angry that I'm now kind of quiet, and now I'm just taking the piss out of everything under the sun, and making jokes about anything. Nothing is sacred. Nothing is sacred. Nothing is sacred. And I don't know that I feel like I've said anything overly problematic today. So I obviously need to try harder. And it's always dangerous when that happens. Is when I get quiet and I get angry, then you just don't know what will come out of my mouth. It's
a lozenge.
A lozenge. Well, no, I finished the lozenge. It's gone. Sucked away. So I'm not sure if I got a choice. Don't remember. Yeah, no. You probably don't get a choice. What they do is they used to just give out what they thought was the the most likely thing that they could get you to buy. Like, no, you want to get the Space Marines because they're the strongest. Yeah. They're the best ones. Yeah. They're the good guys.
They're actually the bad guys.
They're not the good guys.
Because if you've if you've seen like to use an example, like the first Avatar movie, right? You have these humans that come in.
Paint that miniature, dude. Paint that miniature.
I'm painting. They have these humans that come in. And they destroy this perfectly harmonious indigenous people just to make some money. That's what the Space Marines do. That's what Space Marines are.
Paint.
I'm painting.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so can you imagine what it's going to be like if you have Hugh Jackman's Wolverine facing off against Deadpool?
It's a bit silly. You got one. They both regenerate.
They both regenerate. Like, I mean, how's that supposed to work?
They're gonna have to make some sort of comedy out of it, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I can't think of any other way around it.
Yeah, I can't see any other way around that either.
They're so equally matched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, one has got claws that are made out of adamantium, or of course,
and a skeleton. That's
and a
made
skeleton.
Out of
yeah. And then the other, I mean, I guess
the other one you can chop him into pieces and blow him up, and he still regenerates.
I mean,
and comes back.
Yeah, but then of course the other problem is that I mean, Wade does have swords and guns,
but the swords cannot get through adamantium. He'd have to.
No.
You know, like I don't know how it would be.
Yeah. He's not going to get through his bones.
It's no headshots.
No headshots. That's not going to work. So yeah, no.
Through the rib cage into the heart.
Well, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter with Wolverine. Because he can regenerate.
He can regenerate his brain. He got shot in the brain and he still recovered.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't remember anything, but apparently, he's still still alive.
Yeah.
Just slowed him down. Best thing
one's a comedian and the other one's very serious and pretty much angry all the time.
Yeah. So the best thing about 40k is everything is evil. Yeah, that tends to be.
Yeah, everything is evil. That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Everything's got a dark side to it.
Yeah,
because they're all at war. It's the world of war, basically.
Universe.
Without saying the world of Warcraft.
Yeah, it's because it's a universe of war.
Yeah, universe at war rather than the universal. Is it a universe of war or a universe at war?
I'll tell you what is another thing that's weird.
Paint that miniature, baby.
I am painting the miniature. I'll start painting you in a minute. Like Warhammer and then Warhammer 40,000. You got Warhammer and it's all on one world, but it's all of those same things. You got chaos, you got elves and orcs and just everything. But then in 40k it's the same thing, but it's apparently they're aliens and it's in space. So elves are aliens, but they actually they were on Earth anyway, and they called them Eldar. So I don't know.
Yeah, Eldar are just basically space elves.
They're just space elves.
Yeah. Hi, how's it going, Dinomancer? Yeah, something like that. It's sup? Yeah, but both of us are up. That's why we're here. We did actually get out of bed, thankfully, and at the right time.
Sup, bro?
David here was here on time. I wasn't text messaging him at the last minute saying, are you coming to today?
No.
Are you going to be here?
Yeah. I made it.
Yeah. So Andy, that's right. Fred's thumbs are about to get painted.
Yes.
Oh no, I don't need that. So my plan today, I was going to go to the beach, but I realised I've only got 2 more days of my holiday. So I've decided I'm going to go to Vagabonds, see if I can find some stuff at the games store that I want.
He's going to buy me some toys.
No, I'm not. You're going to another country. You don't get any toys anymore. You just have to sell them again.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go and see my auntie, hopefully. I haven't seen my auntie, I think, in 2 and a bit years. Maybe even 3 years now. It's been a while. Well, because...
COVID.
Yeah, that's right. COVID pandemic problem. Haven't seen them for that long. and I've been working like a mad thing. And then I thought, if I have time, I'll go back, and on the way back, maybe I can pick up some, get a haircut.
Yep, and get some Lego.
No, I'm not going to get Lego. Get a haircut, and because apparently I look like...
You look a bit scraggly, Fred.
Basically, I've cut my own hair, and it's not good. And it's not like I was gentle about it or I had the right tools. I just grabbed a pair of scissors and said, hack. There we are. Paint that miniature.
I can cut hair if you want. I've got a shaver. I'll just shave it all off.
No, I've tried the shaving thing and it never looks that great. So I'll go get someone to actually cut my hair if I have time.
Side mohawks?
No, not happening. No. Marvellous paint job, dude. Well, the good news is that I'm not doing it. So that's why it's probably looking a lot better.
Fred is very talented because technically you can just say that he's doing it because all you can see is my hands.
Yeah. I dubbed David over. He's actually not here.
I'm not here.
Yeah.
I'm not here.
It's all pre-programmed by artificial
intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fred doesn't have a brother named Dave.
No.
It's a robot.
Yeah. Fred's name's not actually Fred, it's Rick.
It's Rick, yeah.
Yeah. Frederick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my alias is Rick.
Is Rick.
Yeah. And, of course, that'll confuse a few people.
That's why that's why you have it.
Keep going. So what have you got here, Dinomancer? Fred, did you cover how long it takes a manticore to regrow its tail spikes once flung? Yes, I did. So you'll find if you do actually talk about, if you look at the videos I've done on the manticore lore, the information indicates that they are available and replenished within 1 day. So 24 hours, okay? But that's actually not true because a number of the spikes, they don't grow that quickly. They're actually stored at the end of the tail, and once the old tail spikes are flung, they're actually protruding, okay? They get flung and hit their target. The ones that are not quite fully developed push their way through like teeth, like a baby tooth being replaced by an adult tooth. They push their way through so that they're available the next day. But they do produce their spikes very quickly. But the reality is they probably take more than 24 hours to actually produce more spikes, which is an incredibly fast process. And with something that has to grow as fast as that, you can imagine how much food they have to eat and how fast their engine is running. Like a manticore's metabolism must be really fast to be able to grow them that quickly. Because most other creatures can't grow anything that quickly. Right. But yeah, there are a number of tail spikes stored in the end of the tail. And if you go and look at what AJ Pickett has said about the manticore, you'll find that he says something very similar. It's not. I don't think it's information that you would have found anywhere else. As far as I remember, I think that's actually something that AJ came up with. Because a lot of people who are talking about lore of monsters, they have to fill in the gaps. Do you know what I mean? Dinomancer, I think the area of flesh where the spikes come from is akin to a gum line. Yeah, it's a bit like I think that's a good way of seeing it. It also depends on which type of manticore you got. If you're dealing with the one that with the scorpion stinger, then it's going to have a slightly different sort of operation. But yeah, I think that's probably a good way of seeing it.
Does it need to replenish if it's got a scorpion stinger though?
No, some just have the scorpion stinger. Some have the scorpion stinger and the spikes as well that they can throw. And some don't have a scorpion stinger but just the tail spikes.
Like this one?
Yeah. How are we doing? Are we ready for a finish up today and come back tomorrow? And we'll talk about the Muppet Show tomorrow maybe?
Yeah. Sorry, we're running out of time. Okay.
Well, I mean, it is 7... We have been going for 72 minutes, apparently.
Have we?
We have been. Well, because we started on time.
Oh.
Remember? You were actually here early, so I actually started the stream on time.
You know what? We haven't seen Mum in the chat today.
No, but she's probably doing sensible things like sleeping.
Yeah. That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's pretty much almost finished, but yeah.
You say
I can go. No. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're doing another one?
We'll finish him tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find an appropriate or inappropriate picture for tomorrow's thumbnail and
inappropriate would be nice.
An inappropriate picture for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we'll do that. Yeah. Good night, Dan. I'll see you later. Don't you don't want to go just yet because I have another meme for you people. Just so that you know that I've been working hard. Hello, Todd. Also a patron.
Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun. That's true.
All right. No, that didn't work. Hang on, that didn't work either. Let's do this. Let's drop this down. And there. And this over here.
Mm-hmm.
And there.
Yeah.
Do you want to show off your miniature first? Don't move it too close. Don't move it up because remember there's a certain distance that it's going to be actually. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Let's transition over. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Okay. All right. Over here.
I was just following Fred's thing.
Mm-hmm.
Inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Finish on a bum shot.
All right. So
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
Ready?
No. Okay. It's got to catch up. So, for those of you who are unaware, so for those of you who have had a good time hanging out with us, hopefully I've managed to distract you from whatever craziness is going on for you in your hobby time. And if we have, good news. So I want to thank all of the patrons who support me on Patreon. You have no idea how important Patreon is becoming. Apparently, when you change your name from How to D&D to How to RPG, it does affect a lot. It's going to be a very painful regrowth period, if that's even possible. We'll see how that works. So I don't know. So thank you to my patrons. Thank you to everybody who took part in the live stream and either watched, took part in the poll, or commented, particularly those people who commented. Thank you for getting involved. And thank you for watching my live stream replays, the edited videos, putting up with those shorts videos that I have to do because YouTube doesn't like it if you don't do them. And thank you, David, for coming.
No problem.
Man, you're talking in the other direction. Is anybody going to be able to hear you?
Yes, they can hear me.
You reckon they can?
They can. I've had Mum tell me that it's fine.
Okay, all right. So thank you, David. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So wherever you are in the world, whether it be the morning, the afternoon, the night, or the wee early morning, please look after yourself, your family, and your friends. Be nice to your neighbours. And wherever the opportunity comes, try to incorporate a joke with Deadpool and Hasbro. I encourage it, okay? If you feel you need to do this, it's all right. It's a natural response.
It's also okay to paint your thumb.
That's right. And painting your thumb, just do not lick, eat, or drink the paint.
No.
It's bad for you. Doesn't matter what they say. Okay, never do that. It's always bad. Yeah. Okay, good.
Unicorn rainbow poos are not
natural. No, yeah, okay. All right. So hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s. Okay, press the button.